And welcome guys to our another broadcast of Season 2 Winners League. We are about to go live with a match between Endpoint and the Final Tribe, two contenders for playoffs here in Winners League. And I think we're just gonna jump into knife round real quick
No, we're actually in the pistol round now.
already.
Yeah, I did not catch who won the knife round, unfortunately. But it's going to be the final tribe on the CT side, Endpoint on the T side. Mighty Mac's going to have all the utility on his hands. Pith has the hit. And Artis, he's going to make the first contact, spotting out Pith is actually going to take the shots. Lincoln is going to take down two before going down himself to ZNX. And now the site is in attempt to be taken by the Endpoint side. Last man alive is going to be ZNX in a 1v3 situation. He's already picked up 2 kills. This is going to be an ace clutch if he picks the side up. Oh, he's already got a good start, but he's unfortunately not going to finish it off. Vanity's going to close it out, and Final Tribe are going to pick up the first round.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they went for like a quick B hit like that. You see less and less teams opt for something like that these days. And it just didn't work out for them. I think the rotations for Vexed were way too quick on that one.
A little bit. Right now, Vexed, they've been able to purchase into this one with SMGs and rifles aplenty. Endpoint, they're reduced to nothing more than a deagle eco, a deco, if you will. Tons and tons of smoke, lots of utility on ZNX, who was the moneymaker last round, but there's not a single dollar amongst the Endpoint side to invest into the next one. Lincoln's going to take a lot of damage down to 17. That MP5 ringing strong, but not ringing hard enough. He's going to be on full retreat.
Look at all the smokes that Endpoint have on their team right now. They have a full kit on ZNX. Curious to see how they're going to use this. They bought up fully into this round. It's not something you normally see these days. A lot of teams go for like that Astralis quasi buy where they just buy a deagle or just buy some smokes, or one person gets some flashes and they do a palace pop. But quite interesting to see Endpoint opt for a full 5 smoke buy here.
Absolutely. Vanity's going to spot Laney on the backside, taking down a second one before going down to Artis. Artis is going to be on full retreat now. 19 HP is one shot no matter which way you go about it. And these shots through the smoke are just going to go... They're going to fall on deaf ears. 2v4 now on the T side of Endpoint. They are struggling to make their way back into this round. ZNX
their job should be just to get as much damage as possible into this round and deny any potential guns for the Final Tribe, just like that.
And ZNX is definitely going to be one to watch in this game when he's got the pistol in hand, but unfortunately, Final Tribe have picked up a second round on that.
Yeah, you can now see X-Vex, the Final Tribe, struggling for money. Wolfie only with, no, he picked up a FAMAS now. But Endpoint seem to be stuck with those deagles again.
Yeah, they're really trying to break the economy by breaking their own. It's one of those Pyrrhic victory sort of deals. Don't exactly know what the logic behind that is, but we're certainly going to see some damage coming out. Luzza's going to take down Lincoln. HNS and Pith answering back with shots of their own. These pistols are actually doing a surprising amount of damage.
Yeah, now Artis still not done.
That MP5 did just enough to Wolfie. Now there's a 2v1. Luzza has potential to make this work, and he definitely has potential now, picking up that AUG. AUG, AUG, doesn't matter which way you go about it, he's got the gun.
Yeah, the Final Tribe had really heavy mid presence there, and they were able to spot that mid-rush fairly quickly, but, you know, few lucky shots with pistols just get Endpoint back into that round. Luzza with 4 HP left and the bomb B site wide open. Wolfie will only have a chance to rotate from the back. I don't know. I think Luzza might have this one.
If Luzza's positioning is absolutely perfect, you could hear the footsteps coming from Wolfie, then things might go his way. But even still, it's a 1v1. Wolfie's definitely going to go for it. I'm sure that it's been telegraphed that Luzza is incredibly low. But all these shots need to land absolutely perfectly.
This is what they call the cold zero position these days on Mirage. There's a reason why it's a good position, but unfortunately, Wolfie just flanks and gets a very, very easy kill onto Zia next there. Luzza, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, that was a very good play by Wolfie, rushing into the apartment side, getting the positioning, slowing down in time. But Luzza, you call it the cold zero position. There's a reason why it's called that, and that's because he is now dead and cold on the ground. 3-0 is the scoreline for the final tribe.
Well, at least we got our first full buy round here. Let's see what the terrorists tried to do. Very, very good nade by the final tribe.
Very good shot coming out from Lincoln as well. Now, a man down, Endpoint. They are going to be scrapping together whatever they can into this one. Already things are a little bit tragic for them. They're down 3. They've down a man in this 4th round. First rifle round's not exactly going the way that they want it to. But Luz is going to turn things around with a great, great flick onto Vanity.
Vanity feeling way too comfortable there in Connector, thinking that that smoke protects him, but he already had an enemy pushed up Cat way too far. Laney picks off Wolfie, who's also looking unaware, looking at Connector.
That was a splendid read. And ZNX a little slow to react, finding out Lincoln on the op. That nade doing seldom little. Now all eyes are going to be on that CT player. Lincoln on the op. That nade's going to tag him down to 47. Hopefully he's going to be able to find someone. He spots someone out, but he does not pull the trigger. Very careful play by him. Bomb's going to go down by the hands of Luzza. Now it's going to be a 3v4 retake for the final tribe side. 1 to start, 1 to finish off, 1 and done for HNS. And ZNX is just going to finish things off. Pith, there's very little he can do.
Yeah, the final tribe have been very good at these opening picks so far, but they have not been able to transfer that momentum into late round. It seems that Endpoint have been doing a much better job at spreading the defense really well and getting those picks to answer back to final tribe. It's unfortunate to see when a team cannot utilize, numbers advantage really well. Maybe they just have to get their minds into this game. It's only 5th round.
Exactly. It's still very, very early in this game. Something I do want to note, though, is that Vexed Gaming, if you look at them right quick, hit that tab button, the utility damage is absolutely stupendous for them. We got 2 players that are already at 100 utility damage amongst them, and it's only the 5th round, sorry. Meanwhile, on the other side, you barely have any for Endpoint. That might be the X factor in this entire game.
Well, joke's on them because the final tribe are really, really struggling for that economy right now. The new economy system is showing right there. Something I really don't like about it.
I'm hot and cold on it. It's awesome because it shows people more abilities it shows more possibilities for how a game can play, especially when you have more strapped rounds like this. Wolfie's showing that money is not an option when it comes to just pure, raw, unadulterated aim. But honestly, the one thing I can't stand is that it's hard to follow. It really is. That's really the only thing I can take.
It is indeed.
It's going to be 1 and done. Endpoint reduced down to 2 players. Mighty Max playing by the law of Bogdan with that op and 3 HP. He's got to hit these shots, and he has to hit them perfectly. Ooh, it's going to be ZNX that gets the shot in. He's been really, really playing well so far in this losing battle.
Final tribe are making me eat my words, and you're right. They're showing that economy is not an issue at all. They're able to take these fights with just pure team play and raw skill. Mighty Max on 3 HP.
He's playing this without respect. You really got to admire a guy that plays like that.
He just timing out Wolfie, and I think he saw him.
Ooh.
No smoke on Vanity, no armor.
This right here, this is where the lack of economy is going to be an issue. Vanity tapped the bomb. He's trying to tap Mighty Max. Mighty Max has bided his time just long enough, and now they're going to pick up the win. Mighty Max with 3 HP, a 3K to his name, and an op in his hands, was able to turn the tides of war and pick up a 2nd round for Endpoint.
I love to see the plays that the final tribe are doing. You can totally see the team play coming through with pop flashes, taking ramp control. They're able to basically take map control away from Endpoint, where they're not putting too much pressure on, and right now, it seems like half of the map is completely wide open.
Indeed. Now, Final Tribe are yet again brought down to limited weaponry and utility. ZNX not limited whatsoever by the usage of that AK, taking Lincoln out behind the back of the barn and ending him just like that. And now Vanity, he's got a second shot. He's going to take it. Mighty Max is brought down to 8. We see what he can do when he has no health whatsoever.
Look at the rotations on the CT side. They're all rotated into window room right now. I think they're feeling that there might be a connector hit coming. This could be very dangerous for Endpoint.
But only if the shots hit. HNS has a deagle, but again, he only has a deagle. Artis has himself an AK. He spots him out. He's going to get taken down to 49, but he's still going to come up on top with his life in hand. Now it's 4v3. The shots are coming through in quick succession. ZNX is going to pick up another kill. Vanity's going to trade him out. Artis is doing work as well. He's got a 2K, and he's going to close it out with a 3K towards his name. And now all
Unfortunate for the Final Tribe, yes.
Things are all tied up now. Endpoint is starting to come alive after the rifles came out.
Curious to see what kind of buy they get here. It looks like it's just going to be basic pistols, no armor, no utility. They're just gonna opt for, you know, that pick kind of style with deagles towards A and B. Maybe set up some decent crossfires. You see Wolfie playing that anti-flash position, but peeking into ZNX way too early.
Just a little bit. ZNX is just doing so much work. He's already picked himself up a 2K. He's at 10 kills in 7 rounds. Great start from him. And Luzza, oh, he read it just like that, and Lincoln is going to get checked out just like the book that he is. 2v5, and it's just closed out in the blink of an eye. Endpoint pick up the lead now.
Yeah, it's starting to look like Endpoint gave the Final Tribe a little bit of a head start with that pistol round.
Sorry about that. Now it's round number 8. The rifles are out in full force for Vex Gaming. Pith has the op. Everyone else has an AUG in their hand. This is going to be a mighty important round for Vex Gaming because it's going to be awfully tough for them for the rest of this half. Really, they might lose the half if they lose this round. Actually,
yeah, it's quite possible, but the AUGs are very strong in this map. As it is a very CT-sided map, but with the buff on the AUG, or with the scene realizing how strong the AUG is for CT side, I feel like Vex could run away with this if they win this round. This round is very crucial for both sides.
Get a little bit of damage. Presence known by the T side now of the CT on Cat. That would be... Oh, I didn't catch his name. HNS, that's it. There we go. Thank you. Words are not hard. But right now, it's a minute left on the clock. All 5 are surviving right now, but it's going to be Vanity that's going to take off the first 2 shots. Lincoln's going to answer back with one of his own. I believe that was Luzza tagging Vanity down to 16 on top of that. But all the damage is being done to Endpoint. ZNX is going to come alive like he always does. Picks up the 2K before going down to Lincoln. Now the last man alive is going to be the man with the op-in, and that is Luzza. In a 1v3, 35 seconds left on the clock. It's all eyes on him.
Well, they really realized that Endpoint were putting a lot of pressure towards mid, so they ended up taking B at Apartment's control and focus the remaining of their players towards mid to just deny that mid control for them. Very easy read and very easy hold for them.
Yeah, they're reading this quite well, but now Endpoint, their economy is a little bit rough right now for them. Now, they have a player that's got $4,200, but everyone else is in a tough situation if they're going to lose this one. If being the operative word. But Vex Gaming is actually in a rougher position. They have nothing. And if all 5 go down, we might see an eco come out for them.
Vanity is going to be the key player here. If he's able to get, you know, those first 2 entries on A, this is going to go towards the Final Tribe, I believe.
That's
There's one.
Answer back, Luzza taking his shots, but it's going to be Vanity underneath. Oh, he's just barely not going to be able to hit. ZNX just doing so much work. He has got the team on his shoulders, but unfortunately, he cannot carry it all. 2v3 3 now. Pith is going to even things out to 3v1. Luzza with that op has come in absolutely clutch.
I think he was spotted, but...
Oh! That lineup almost came through.
Yeah, Vanity getting a little bit too antsy, thinking that Luzza would be a little bit further than he was. And now Pith with the op, just going to be holding down that ramp position.
Oh, look at FNS. Look at HNS. Sorry. Ooh, that off angle kick is so destructive, but it's going to be Luzza that's doing the destruction. A 4K for him. And look, Endpoint and op clutches. What can you say? That's already been 2 so far.
Yeah, that was an incredible play by him, taking his time, just making sure that he can get those 1v1s and get the CTs out of position exactly the way he did. Great play by him.
And now Vex Gaming, I'm sorry, final, God,
Tribe.
what a tribe,
Final
thank you.
tribe.
I need to put a little sticky note up there. They're reduced down to pistols yet again. Wolfie's going to be reduced down to dust as he gets ventilated along with Vanity.
Yeah, not much you can do with 3 players and pistol no armor on 2 of them.
It's really all about that first impact. If they could get the opening kill on a pistol eco, things might go their way, but unfortunately it's simply not going to be.
I'm surprised more teams don't opt for setups like Astral-esque type setups where, you know, they actually put, you know, 5 players into window, do something with their pistols, some kind of a strategy to try to even the odds of an eco.
Like the classic Virtus Pro Cobble mid lineup.
Exactly. Something like that. I feel like a lot of teams at this level really underutilize their pistol rounds.
They kind of treat it as throwaways, like, hey, we got to get the bomb down, let's just work with that, or let's get a weapon out of hand, make it expensive. You could still win a full eco. It's hard, but it's possible. And right now, Vexed are being treated as if they're on eco themselves, even though they have full weaponry out. They're just being picked apart.
Yeah, Endpoint are starting to smell the blood. They're just breaking A site. It was just like a scrimmy type play and completely no respect.
You gotta love plays like that. And speaking of no respect, Pith and HNS, they're putting a little respect on their names, taking out 2 of the troublemakers for the Endpoint side.
Yeah, they have to clutch to those weapons as hard as possible.
That's going to be an op out of hands. That's going to be a good start for them. HNS spotted out as well, and Artis is going to clutch things out. Weapons removed from hands. 2 ops in the game. Make that 1.
Very unfortunate start for the final tribe, but they will have to eco again. And it looks like they're going for a default play one more time with a CZ going into window, something I'm not too sure about. Looks like he just spotted and fell off.
I think he also realized the error in his ways. Yeah, this is going to be yet another A execute. This is something that I'm kind of surprised that the A execute like this A default has yet to be really countered. It's so hard to counter after all these years. And the CT side is just going to be picked apart yet again. Artis is going to go down from Lincoln, but that's really going to be it. Ooh.
It was a very telegraphed hit, but there's really not much you can do when it's a full smoke, full molly execute against pistols. We'll have to see what the final tribe come up with in this gun round now, with 2 ops on Pith and Lincoln.
Ooh.
So it looks like...
Oh, Lincoln's playing aggressive. All eyes on Lincoln. But unfortunately, he's not going to find anything. You really got to appreciate a play like that. If it came through and he got a kill, that would be so demeaning to the Endpoint players.
Now would be the time to rotate their remaining players towards A, now that they have top mid and the apps control.
I believe the info's coming through. Vanity got flashed out at the exact wrong time. 2 of the players in front of him, but he had his eyes full of milk. And now it's going to be nothing but smoke for him. And all these shots coming through, but barely any of them are landing. Laney's going to get brought down to 14 HP as that bomb goes down. 5v4 right now as 40 seconds remain on the clock. Lincoln and Vanity are finally starting to answer back, but HNS is going to take so much damage in the fire. Now Managed Vantage shifts into the favor of Final Tribe. And all that Endpoint really need to do are watch angles and hold stalwart in this aggression from the CT side.
The bomb has been smoked by the Final Tribe, giving them a little bit more of a chance back into this round, but the crossfires are too strong.
But Piff, he's way too disrespectful. He does not land the shot. Oh, no. That's a little annoying. If he got that shot into Luzza, that could have been round.
Yeah, very unlucky, but I feel like Endpoint has been telegraphing these hits, and it's taking the Final Tribe a little bit too long, like just a couple seconds too long to realize that they're getting executed on.
Yeah, especially after they had that information up mid, all that information onto the B side. They should have been ready and raring to go. But it's really hard to say. HNS is going to get dropped almost immediately by Artis. And, man, there's very little I can really say about Final Tribe right now that's in the positive past rifle round.
Yeah, they're making a lot of solo plays, something I really am surprised about. Maybe there's a little bit of tilt going on after a couple of those gun rounds that didn't go their way.
Maybe a little bit. But just buying in with Deagles over and over and over again. I've seen so many teams, so many plays, so many organizations just crumble because they just keep buying into things over and over again, trying to get a word in edgewise, and you just simply cannot speak over the shots of rifles. Pith is going to take down one, but he's immediately going to get dropped by the rifle of Artis, my apologies. Endpoint are brought to 10 versus Final Tribe's 4 as we go into the last round of the first half.
Yeah, the Final Tribe are only getting Vanity into double digits for frags at this point, while 2 of the Endpoint players are at 18 frags, and they're the key players. Artis has been crucial for their success here with the op. But now he's changed up his role, taking up a naked and running, just holding down W into connector, already pretty much walking into a site, but I guess they had information on him. Very quick pick by the Final Tribe.
And this changeup is actually wildly in the benefit of Vexed Gaming right now. I did it again. Final Tribe.
Yeah, if they secure this round and go into second half with a 10-5 score, win the pistol round, and the momentum could very much swing in their favor.
Put Wolfie on main op.
Wolfie, the North American player playing in the European scene, something we actually see normally the opposite with European players coming over to the North American scene.
Flush it.
Yeah. Quite interesting to see a change up like that.
A little bit. Endpoint at the end of the half had 2 players hitting 18, ZNX and Artis. They were absolutely electric in that first half, but now it's going to be side switch. Final Tribe at 5, Endpoint at 10.
Looks like they're going for an A-split with connector.
It's going to be wildly beneficial. HNS hits that shot, barely missing out on shooting his own teammate in Luzza. I'm sorry, Wolfie. Vanity doing a lot of the work. Wolfie's finally taking down another one. It's going to be Mighty Max, the last man alive with only 5 HP. If he clutches this, I will eat my own hat. And it's a nice hat.
It is very surprising how Endpoint just left mid open without anybody spotting it at all. It's been a very common strategy for terrorists to, split A or B on pistol rounds depending on the utility they use, and that kind of telegraphs it what their hit is. But they just were able to run up connector with little to no challenge and just swarm A site for free.
Yeah, and that's going to be a boon to the confidence of Final Tribe right there. 6-10, won the pistol round. But now they need to... They won the pistol round, but they won the first pistol round as well. So it's going to be the all-important rifle round before anything else. If they can win the first rifle round against Endpoint, then things are definitely going to be in their favor.
Looks
shot by
like
Lincoln.
Yeah, looks like Lincoln is just scouting to make sure that, you know, A is not stacked by the Endpoint players, and as soon as he gets in, everybody else just pops up.
Bomb goes down. And now it's a 3v4, and I believe that the CT side... No, they're actually going to go for it. Trade on different sides of the map. ZNX each pick up a kill, but ZNX is going to go down soon after by Vanity. Luzza, the last one alive. I think he's just going to be playing for exits here.
Yeah, they should be able to either afford a really bad buy with some utility and maybe worse guns next round, or potentially opt for another save and go for that, you know, op buy that's... Yeah, it looks like they are just going for another pistol buy so that they can afford ops for the next round.
Try to break the eco a little bit. I can respect that, I suppose.
I would really love for them to make some sort of a setup towards A, knowing that Vexed has been preferring the A site so far. At least a gamble, you know? That gives you a much better chance with a good setup.
Now the entirety of the utility of the final tribe side is raining out. HNS just cleaning up, though. He's picked up a 3K. Such quick succession. He's going to answer back with 1. Ooh, immediately traded up by ZNX. And now, final tribe are at 8, Endpoint at 10. And the weaponry should come out, and it does. Luzza's going to be on the op. Everyone else is going to be on AUGs, with the exception of Artis on the M4. He's really the only one that's not adopting, is he?
No, but, you know, it's all preference. Some people are just that nuts with the M4 that the AUG is just not for them.
Totally reasonable. But right now, this is where it's all on the line. If Final Tribe can win this one out, then it's going to be a very good second half for them. But it's all on this rifle round. And now the XU comes in. It's going to come in mighty fast and mighty swift. Vanity and Luz are going to trade shots, but it's going to be HNS that's going to make the first kill. Laney, the player that's been so far absent this entire game with only a scoreline of 4 to something. I can't remember. 13, my apologies.
I love that variation of the A hit where they smoke deep jungle and they actually all face towards connector. With the utility coming over towards connector, you could see the CT players completely blind flashed, and the terrorists had full rain. It was great to watch. Very unorthodox hit, and Lincoln in position to play the bomb here.
But right now it's going to be Artis. He's sick in this. He's got just enough time, and he hits it. You know that Lincoln's frustrated right there. He gets the first guy in the smoke, but he's not able to find the last one. Artis clutching that one out, and Endpoint pick up the round. They both had very expensive rounds as well. So, like, no one really benefited from that win.
No, but I think that is a very tilting round to lose for the final tribe. Can they pick themselves up after that?
It's gonna all rest on this one round. I think it's very easy to say. Endpoint, when they get those rifles in hand, they can be absolutely demeaning to the other team.
If the terrorists lose this round, they will be very, very hurting for money next round. They will have to go for an eco, and that would bring Endpoint to a 13-round lead. Not something you want to see as the catching up side.
Absolutely.
They're creeping slowly up connector, knowing that connector is usually left open by Endpoint.
It's actually going to be so destructive. Luz is going to hit a shot. He gets one. He gets the second one. He goes for the third, and he completes it. That's going to be a beautiful spray down coming out from Luzza right there. Laney, he's got so much to prove. He's been so quiet, but it's time for him to scream. He picks up a 2K, the beautiful spray down coming in right then and there, and that's going to be a 12th round for Endpoint. And just like you said, Vex are going to be reduced down to very little. They might go for it, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
I would love to see a hero AK buy off of Wolfie, but you know, that's not really a smart decision. So they are going for the smarter play with just some utility towards B. Looks like they're going to be executing fast. Smoke for the molly here.
There's a lot of damage coming through. Artist finding one, finding a second one, finding a third. He's just picking these players out like it's duck hunt, but eventually he's going to be the one that becomes hunted. Lincoln just taps him away with a CC, and this round has concluded in record time.
Yeah, they try to go for that change up into B site after hitting A all those rounds in a row, but it looks like Endpoint were just way too ready for them. And like I said, they're at a 13 to 8 lead right now, and it's not really looking good for Final Tribe. They are missing a lot of smokes on their team right now, and they cannot do a proper A hit like they did before.
Not at all. Luckily, Wolfie did not take a lot of damage. So at the very least, there's that as a benefit. But now the push is going to come through. Lane's going to take down Pit, but immediately traded up by HNS. Vanity's doing work as well, and that's the A side absolutely taken by the Final Tribe side. Now this bomb needs to go down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. A 3v3 retake coming in for Endpoint. And Vexed Gaming just kind of raw-dogging their way onto the site, just without real care, reckless abandon, if you will.
There is no way that the Final Tribe take this. Look at the utility that's still on Endpoint. If they use this right, and they aren't so far.
So, that right there is what we call the caster's curse. What you just did is curse them.
To be fair, he tried to flash his teammates out of CT, but ended up flashing them both, and that was their doom right there. If they had used their utility properly to do a proper retake, smoke off ramp, smoke off palace, flash into site, use a molly for firebox, use a molly for Tetris potentially, or under palace, that round would have been a very easy retake for them. Unfortunately, they felt the pressure of the clock. They threw the flash and peaked way too early from CT. That blinded both of the CT players, and the terrorists that was an easy cleanup for them. They basically used the CT's utility to defend the site. So unfortunate. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Absolutely. I'm sure that they're discussing this right now, trying to get things together, trying to talk amongst one another to figure things out, how to go about this in the future. Endpoint, of course, they are up 13 over Final Tribe's 9. So they're not in the worst of situations. They can definitely bounce back, but they don't want to lose anymore. Not just because it'll put them in a rough situation, but also they don't want to give Final Tribe any sort of stat padding.
Yeah, this is actually anyone's game now. That round blew it wide open for the Final Tribe to make it back into this round. Looks like they're inching the bomb towards A. The utility on the counter-terrorists and the guns towards A is not that great, so they have a really good chance right here.
Vanity opening things up, but he's not checking for Artist. Artist takes down one. He goes for a second one. That is one too many people that Artist was granted. But luckily, Vanity was able to close things out, but still, man advantage is going to fall into the hands of Endpoint. Even things out by Pith. Now 2v1, make that a 1v2.
Pith picking up that op now. The bomb is planted for him. This is perfect.
Scary situation. And I'm sure that Xenex is reading this just right.
He does have a smoke for that bomb. But it doesn't matter.
Not at all. Misplaced angle by Xenex, and unfortunately he was not able to win out that duel against, I believe it was Vanity was the last one?
Yeah, Vanity and Pith. Vanity was playing Tetris there.
Yeah. 13 to 10 now. Endpoint, their lead is shrinking by the second.
Single flashbang on Mighty Max. He might go for that counter flash towards mid if there's any mid control.
There's a lot of utility being used by the Final Tribe side on this B site. Xenex, he's solo on there. And we've actually got so many people pushed up mid.
I really love the patience that the Final Tribe have been showing in this round. Something that neither of the teams have shown so far, and they've just They read it well that the economy was bad on the CT side and wait for pushes. Don't let them get any advantage on us. Perfect read.
Absolutely. Right now, Endpoint. There's seldom a little bit to do with these pistols. Like, I don't think anyone's really expecting them to win this one out. Artist has a P250 in hand. He's gonna be on the ninja position. But it's really gonna be all about that first kill. If he could find a weapon on the B-side plant, then maybe things could work out in their favor. But that's probably asking a little too much. 35 seconds right now, 4v5. And the bomb has still yet to make a decision on which side they want to go to.
Looks like they are going towards A. Very good read by them. As Endpoint were Gamble stacking towards B there with pistols.
And Pith is just having so much struggles when it comes to finishing that off. Mighty Max picks up a shot with the USPS. He picks up 2! He's making this surprisingly expensive for the T side.
And it's a 3v3 now with guns in the hands of Endpoint.
Unfortunately, those guns could do not much, but even still, that's 3 AKs out of the final tribe's hands. That's a wildly beneficial round for Endpoint.
Yeah, Mighty Max doing work with that USB. Not something you see very often.
Now, something to note is that Wolfie's back on the op. We saw Lincoln and Pith main the op before, but now Wolfie's going to be the sole survivor with that big green cannon in hand. He was scary on the final round of the first half.
They're feeling very comfortable in mid right now. The final tribe, they're inching towards Cat. Getting into really good positions. Trying to feel out any presence where the CTs are, but they're having zero luck right now. They have no info on where the CTs are playing from.
None whatsoever. Right now,
the CTs have secured really advanced positioning here towards Palace, so they have Palace control very firmly.
That instant trade. Laney's able to take down one, but HNS is going to take him down soon after. Mighty Max. Oh, this read. Beautiful play by him. He picks up 2. ZNX answers back with 1 of his own. No, Wolfie's the last one alive with the op in hand. He knows exactly where Mighty Max is playing from. That smoke going down is going to be wildly beneficial for him. Mighty Max able to pick up a 3K in the end. Now it's going to be 14-11. Endpoint just 2 rounds away from demolishing Final Tribe on this map of Mirage.
And that's what you like to see with teammates. His teammate actually smoked the bomb for him right there. That was great communication by them. Finally, they're actually starting to use their utility properly in retakes. Good job. It was all up to Mighty Max in that Palace position, though. He was key in securing that round.
Absolutely. So right now it's round number 26 in a well-fought game from both sides. Vanity and Pith reducing nothing more than Eagles. Lincoln with that op in hand. This is pretty much a do-or-die kind of round, and Mighty Max is going to be doing a lot of dying.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he picked an angle where he was just barely seen by Laney from the Palace position, but he could not see him at all.
Luz is trying to find something. He does. Beautiful timing by him. Able to find Lincoln's head in the op v op battle there. Now, 1:08 left on the clock. And these T's need to make a decision. They need to make it now.
Yeah, bomb is still T-spawn. They are moving towards A, it looks like, with a player towards mid, but he is getting picked off way too early. You want that mid player usually to lurk in as late as possible towards connector to flank that position.
Pleasant drops 1, and it's going to be Vanny, the last one alive, last one to go down. Endpoint are at match point right now with 3 alive. So do you think that Final Tribe have a chance to come back?
I highly doubt it with the amount of money that they have left right there, and it looks like Endpoint have been playing a lot better in the later half of this half with the way they've been supporting each other. Looks like they did find their groove finally.
Just like Stella.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Palace Pop play here by the Terrorists.
And it's a Jeunesse that's going to be the one that gets popped. Laney was quiet for the majority of this game, but he's starting to come alive towards the final parts of this entirety. Lincoln and Pith, the last one's alive. Pith has secured himself an AUG. And he's got 2 players he has to deal with. The lineup comes through, but unfortunately, it's not going to be him that picks up the rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 16-11. Endpoint coming out on top against Final Tribe.
Artis is the new pickup for Endpoint, and he's been key in their recent success. He's dropped over 100 ADR this half. His utility damage is off the charts. He's doing a lot of really good flashing. It shows when you have teammates that are playing, the same game, the proper positioning in the early round, proper positioning in the late round. If they're supporting each other well with utility, going into retakes, going into all of these plays, that's the kind of Counter-Strike you really want to see from them.
Absolutely.
With that win, let me really check the standings real quick for that group. I think Endpoint have secured a 4th win, so there are now at least 3 teams in their group that are on 4 wins. Vex still have 1 game to play, and if they win that, they will guarantee the Vexed, the final tribe. They will guarantee themselves a spot in playoffs. And if they lose their next game, which is going to be incredibly important, we will have to go to tiebreakers for the 3-way tie in Group B. So action and drama is heating up in Winners League here.
Oh, yes. Now, do you know off the top of your head who Vexed or Final Tribe are playing against next?
I can really quickly check. It's going to be Budapest 5.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a very, very good matchup. And it's actually going to be played tomorrow, it looks like.
Mark your calendars.
Yes, mark your calendars, because it looks like it's going to be at 8 Central European time. And we will most likely have that right here on stream.
Absolutely.
With that match, we are going off, I believe. I don't think there's another match today for European Counter-Strike, but we will have another one later tonight. I believe it is going to be Team 1 versus Bad News Bears from North America.
Ooh, that's going to be a great one. You do not want to miss that whatsoever.
Yeah, stay tuned to our socials. Make sure you subscribe to Smith, John, and myself, and of course, all the Winners League socials. Check them in chat. It is at Winners League GG on Twitch and Facebook, and of course, follow our Twitch channel. Do not miss any of the action.
Don't want to miss a single second of it. So yeah, I think that's it for us tonight.
Yeah, let's check out some replays.